And a pleasant Sunday morning to you. This week we're featuring Collingwood versus North Melbourne at Victoria Park and Footscray at home to the Sydney Swans at the Western Oval. So 4 teams, all of which believe in their potential to make the 5, and all of which have already had their ups and downs so far this season. There won't be room for all of them in the 5 come finals time. 2 important tests of strength at about the quarter-way mark of the season. Collingwood and North Melbourne faced up to each other at Victoria Park, both believing that things were starting to roll for them. Collingwood had beaten Carlton on Anzac Day at VFL Park to show that they can match it with some of the strong teams. North Melbourne had started the season with 3 losses, but had bounced back with 2 good wins and was starting to resemble the team that finished top of the ladder at the end of the home and home games last year. Well, Collingwood jumped North and led by 25 points at quarter time, and 8 minutes into the second quarter had stretched the lead to 43 points, North still goalless. By half-time, Collingwood in front by 31 points. Our action comes from the third quarter, and with me is Don Hyde.
The third quarter at Victoria Park, and Collingwood leading North Melbourne by 31 points. Cloak, McCann beats him, puts it to the half-forward line. The ball rebounds back in towards the centre. Demetrio knocks it forward to Schimmelbusch. Free kick to Schimmelbusch. Hill but not in possession. And the North Melbourne captain moves the ball quickly down towards the forward line. A poor kick, shocking kick, and this allows Murray Brown to get it. Brown gives it to the wrong person in Dempsey. Dempsey into an open goal. And he kicks it wide and recklessly and out of bounds right near the North Melbourne behind post. First minute of play.
Dempsey hasn't done too badly since moved to centre half forward. Cloak. Bit sloppy. Allen, under pressure, takes it to line like a rugby player. So first score of the quarter to North, and the margin is 30 points.
The ball back towards David Cloak, and marks in front of Steve McCann. And Cloak has been a fantastic player for Collingwood. That's his 8th mark for the match, and he puts it back towards Phillips out of the centre wing, doing battle against Dempsey, who knocks it forward looking for Dwyer, but beautifully taken away with a lot of skill by Jeff Rains. Rains moves the ball quickly forward to Abernathy, and now Collingwood into attack to the half-forward line. A poor kick, but good anticipation by Keith Gregg, chipping in to stem that very promising forward Collingwood move.
Now what a struggle it's been between Gregg and Shane Morwood. Rains roves the pack well as 2 Northmen spoiled each other. Kicks to half forward, Gregg and Morwood, and McAllister. He's taken the honours against Glendinning. 6 marks. Done well. Long kick to full forward. Almost a Collingwood mark, but Law comes away with the ball. There's no one to kick to. He chips short. Barham versus Dugdale. Dugdale with an edge in pace. Tackles. Cracker took it well. Well played to McCann. Back to the wing. McDonald on the ground now. Opposed to Toomey. Shows a bit of dash, but kicks badly. Hodgman. To half forward. Lyle will be late on the scene. Brittain, flying shot towards goal. Might swing too far and then bounces right away to the boundary line. Still in play. Allen, sloppy work, but had plenty of time to McCormack. And now it's Abernathy.
Abernathy putting Collingwood into attack again. It's down to the half-forward line of Peter Dacos. Dacos has time to steady, direct the ball beautifully to Woodall. Good mark, Woodall. Beautiful pass from Dacos. And the Collingwood team work exemplary again, as it has been for most of the match so far. Dale Woodall having his 6th kick. He's already kicked a goal. Collingwood leading by 30 points by dint of a great first half. And Woodall kicks it in. Won't quite make the distance. Kick off the ground would do it. Williams. Collingwood captain, good play, Williams. Handball to Neville Shaw. Neville Shaw trying to get it back. Good play by Derek Shaw. North under lots of pressure. Ramsey to Cracker. Barham. Cracker. Ramsey. A furious passage of play. The end result is that North have the ball in their forward zone. 30 metres out from goal, and they lead by 30 points.
Cannon Shaw, cracker, lifted his game in the second term. Schimmelbusch, well held by Tony Shaw in the first half. To the centre line, but Allen's there. Oh, that was a nasty one to have to go for. Fury, scouted well. Lyle, now Hodgman, open goal coming up for Hodgman, can't miss. He nearly did. North Melbourne 6th, and the margin back to 24 points.
You're right, Tim. Hodgman almost missed. He was so desperate to make sure that he didn't make a mistake that he almost over-tried, if you can do that. And North certainly getting their goals the hard way. Haven't got the teamwork of Collingwood, who have backed each other up perfectly. Cloak. Oh, big knock by Cloak down towards Neville Shaw. Ramsey knocks it back. Demetrio has it. Demetrio a little slow in getting rid of it, but now he gets it down towards Dempsey. Where are the North runners to take advantage of that Dempsey knock? Kick back. And Schimmelbusch, who's played well since the second quarter, putting North into attack again. A big kick in towards Lyle, who's got the back position. The man in front has got the mark. Peter McCormack foolishly put down after he marked, but he's okay, and he'll get a 15-metre penalty.
Got a call from Barham on the wing, but he elects to go down the middle. Glendinning and McAllister fists it to the back, but Ross Smith to Schimmelbusch, and North looking dangerous again. McDonald back onto the right boot. Great tackle by Toomey, wins the free kick. Oh, that was Collingwood football, as the fans here love to see it. A desperate diving tackle. Toomey goes out wide to Barham, who's got space on the wing. Jimmy Cracker starting to come at him. Left footer into half forward. Ross Smith with courage went for that, and he's been a promising player. Neville Shaw. All up now, Collingwood's half forward line. I like the way Ross Smith stood under that ball. Kicked high in the air, and he had to risk life at him.
69-45, Collingwood in command. Dacos, Gregg, Law in defence for North, swinging play back to the centre wing, and an infringement, a high tackle. And a 15-metre penalty for the ball not being given quickly enough. Now the kick to be taken for Collingwood by David Toomey. His 8th kick. Collingwood deep into attack, into the full forward zone. Glendinning trying to knock it away. Ross Smith in there again. And Hodgman, or rather Law. Law back to the centre wing. Donald McDonald trying to give North plenty of drive, and Demetrio picks the ball up, gives it out to Fury. Fury out on the centre wing, fumbles. Good play. Kick forward by Dale, but McCormack there again.
Shocking kick. Terrible placement. Straight to the Collingwood fullback, who gives it to Brown. Chip pass to Dacos at half back. He took it easily. The umpire, anticipating the mark, blew the whistle and then gave Dacos a free, which was correct. He was pushed in the back when the Magpies are away. Schimmelbusch gets his kick back to the wing, but Taylor takes it easily. No one within 10 metres. Time to stop and think about it, and then centre to McAllister. 2 spoilers up with him. North Melbourne free kick. No, Collingwood free kick to Abernethy, just forward of the centre.
Abernethy, the former North Melbourne player, having his kick now, his 10th kick, and Collingwood deep into attack again. Big Derek Shaw's there, but McCann, the big leaper, takes the good mark in defence and gives it to Keith Gregg, moving around well on that half-back line, across to Hodgman, who fumbles momentarily and then dodges the high tackle and is being penalised for throwing the ball when he was tackled. And Mark Williams takes it, kicks it back towards the full forward zone. Glendinning, just anticipating the lead from Derek Shaw, takes the mark, and North getting the ball clear through McCann to Dugdale. Dugdale out on the centre wing against Ricky Barham.
Good contest between the pair. towards Dempsey, who is not going for the mark, he's going for the knock-on and doing so effectively. McDonald knocked it over the line. The throw-in will take place between the wing and North's half-forward flank. North always behind the 8 ball since the first 10 or 15 minutes of the game, but they're gradually fighting back. Dacos kicks to half-forward. McAllister, again too, having to man him up because he's played so well. Glendinning into trouble. Neville Shaw supports his brother, who was the tackler, but Keith Gregg's in the way at half-back.
Keith Gregg relishing his role late in his career as a defender, down towards Big Dempsey. Phillips knocking it away. Tony Shaw tries to get it back to Phillips, running through, but Phillips takes the ball over the line and a throw in on the centre wing. Plenty of weight being used in the game. Collingwood tackling hard, and North Melbourne showing plenty of courage and endeavouring to cut that leeway down. Collingwood's use of the ball is better. Dempsey, Neville Shaw trying to come through. Ramsey to Kim Hodgman. Hodgman a high kick towards McDonald on the half-forward line. Jim Cracker, beautiful possession across to McDonald. McDonald, a short pass, not a good pass to Schimmelbusch. Didn't give him any opportunity to take it cleanly. Tony Shaw, and Collingwood out of trouble as Toomey kicks it back into the centre. Cloker's there, so is Phillips. Collingwood players everywhere, backing each other up well. Demetrio smothers the ball, but it's taken off him somehow by Phillips. Phillips now long kick to the Collingwood full forward zone. Woodall has the ball knocked away. Shane Morwood, a long hand pass to Derek Shaw, who tried to get it back to Woodall, but North defending well, and now Gregg has got it. Nice blind hand pass to Ramsey. Ramsey, beautiful pass to the centre wing, and Tony Fury.
Oh, now a lot of pressure on in this game as North are edging back, and Collingwood had a goal there for the taking, but muffed it under pressure. Hodgman now kicks to half forward. Dwyer out. Oh, he was looking for McDonald. He's got it back again towards Jonas on the ground for the first time in the match. Did not see him in the first half, and now he can line them up from 40 metres out, as good as directly in front. Crucial kick in this game. A goal could put North right back in the ball game, and he's done it. What a start for Peter Jonas. Didn't appear in the first half. He's kicked North's 7th goal, and they're back to within 18 points.
I noticed Derek Shaw being taken off the ground. I wonder, was it because he made a bit of an error in front of the Collingwood goal a minute ago, which resulted in North sweeping the ball away. Going back to that last North goal, great play by young Dwyer, who lost the ball once, recovered it beautifully to get it down to Jones. 13 minutes gone, third quarter, 69-51, Collingwood in front, but North fighting back in their best effort for the game so far, and now they put it into attack again. Kick forward by Ross Smith to the half-forward line, trying to get it as Brittain. Brittain being pressured by Taylor. Good play by Craig Brittain. Left foot kick into the full forward zone. Big Lyle is there, up in front. Collingwood defending grimly. Cracker, Mark Williams tackles Cracker. Cracker still in there. Murray Brown and Ricky Barham, and Collingwood using the ball effectively again to get it to Jeff Rains. Rains, a long 60-metre kick to the Collingwood half-forward line, and Beers. Law is in close attendance. Law using his weight. Great play, Law. North into attack. Down towards Ross Smith again. Ross Smith running along the North half-forward line. A long torpedo punt kick in towards goal. Dempsey almost pulled it in. Cracker over his head. Great goal, Jimmy Cracker.
And what a fight back this is by North Melbourne, who looked pitifully outclassed in the first quarter and a half, and you would not have thought that at this stage of the game they could be back to within 12 points. It's a pressure contest now, and some of North's ever-reliables are starting to relish it. "13 and a half minutes gone, third quarter, and North back to within 2 goals. Cloak to Tony Shaw. Collingwood need one. To half forward. Demetrio with courage in front. Support from Ramsey, but here's Dacos. Left foot snap. Oh, that was a disgraceful attempt. A very weak effort. casual, lazy, and not good enough.
Now the ball is coming back. The goal umpire had not finished using his flag. And now the ball is back in play again. McCann is there, but picked up here by Ramsey. Ramsey kicking it back towards the centre of the ground, and North Melbourne player is Dugdale. North Melbourne playing with a lot more assuredness now, in contrast to their poor play in the first half. Keith Gregg, lovely control of the football, and Gregg in the centre of the ground now, putting another ball onto the half-forward line to Dempsey, to Cracker, to Schimmelbusch's great teamwork into an open goal, and it's another one to North Melbourne. Tremendous use of the ball then by North. They're certainly using it better than they did earlier, and now it's Collingwood's turn to be a little nonplussed.
Those North fans beside themselves, they didn't expect this. Halfway through the third quarter, the margin's 7 points. Collingwood looking rattled, North really running on. Hodgman. Is unhappy about it. Rains doesn't look all that wrapped either, but looked a good decision from here, because Hodgman was the man who made all the play. McCann and Cloak. Dacos gets a free for a push in the back. Maybe the first sort he won in that. Out to Tony Shaw. Spearing pass towards Woodall. Oh, great attempt, Peter Smith. Great spoil. Good follow-up. Beautifully done to Dugdale. Sterling stuff from the North defender. Inboard nicely to Hodgman with a good left-hand pass. Back to the centre line. Toomey. Great mark.
What a tremendous contest it is now, as North slowly but surely peg Collingwood back, and Collingwood need to score. They've only kicked one behind for the quarter so far. Down to the forward zone. Woodall is there, and Collingwood players fumbling now and bumping into each other and losing the advantage that they seem to have there just a second ago. And North looking good. A 7-point advantage to Collingwood. McAllister to Beers, can't do anything with it. Williams tackled by Glendinning. Didn't get rid of the ball quickly enough, holding the ball, and a free kick going North Melbourne's way to be taken by Glendinning.
He has not kicked well all day today, and that was another bad one. Cloak, big chance here, Neville Shaw. Tony tells him to run on, and he kicks to McAllister. As you can see, not too far in from the boundary line, so it won't be an easy shot. A few hearts will be in mouths in the Collingwood coaching area, cheer squad. Good kick. He's done it. And the Magpies needed that. It's their first of the quarter. North have kicked 4, but the margin stretches again to 13 points.
Well, again, it was up to David Cloak to initiate that forward move that eventually got the ball down to McAllister, and Cloak has been the player around which the Collingwood teamwork has functioned all day. Cloak coming in to contest in the centre against McCann and wins the knockout. Kick forward by Demetrio. North into attack again, down to their half-forward line. And a push in the back. And Craig Brittain, who's done fairly well in the game so far, has his 11th kick for the match. Down towards big Gary Dempsey. Dempsey knocking it down to Hodgman. Hodgman into an open goal, and the margin 1 point in favour of Collingwood. 2 points, 3 goals.
Seven points is the margin, as it was a couple of minutes ago. Third goal to Kim Hodgman. 19 minutes gone. Bad bounce. Favours McCann. Jim Cracker with skill. He's played a good game. Dugdale, who's lifted on that wing. He's on top of Barham at the moment. Ramsey. Taylor. And half-back for Collingwood. 5 goals to 1 in this quarter in North favour. Barham from behind. Tried to palm it to Neville Shaw. It's off his boot, I thought. No, off his knee, indicates the boundary umpire. So it's not out on the full. Throw in.
19 minutes into the third term. What a tremendous match here in the third quarter now. Cloak knocking it down beautifully to Ricky Barham. Collingwood into attack again. Dempsey, Glenn Jennings coming out to meet it. And this will be a big kick by Glenn Jennings. 60, 70 metre kick. North deep into attack. Getting up as Hodgman, knocked away by Toomey. Hodgman's there again. Caught with the ball. Umpire rules play on. Now the whistle's gone. And the kick is going Collingwood's way to be taken by Tony Shaw. And now Collingwood bringing the ball in towards the centre, taken here by David Cloak, a tremendous player. As time, foolish play by Cloak. He casually gets possession again. Out towards Abernethy. Abernethy on the Collingwood half-forward line, a big kick in towards Woodall in the full forward zone. Knocked away defensively by North Melbourne in the person of Peter Smith. And over the line it goes for a point.
Margin 8 points. McCann in position for the short pass. Ross Smith will be under the Neville Shaw hammer. Just got it off in time. Law, couple to go to. Gives it to Dugdale, who has time to steady. Kicks North into attack towards Dempsey. Good grab. Good 2 grabs, in fact. He started the North revival in my book. Looks for Hodgman. Almost. Demetrio receives from Kelly. Wild kick. Shaw versus Schimmelbusch. Good tackle by Schimmelbusch. No, it wasn't. It was a push in the back, according to umpire James. But it stops play. Shaw's free kick in the back pocket.
Tony Shaw, a high kick, putting it back near the centre wing. Knock forward. North have an opportunity again. Brattain getting it across to Demetrio. Demetrio into an open goal. And North takes the lead. No, not quite. 1 point behind. 2 points behind North Melbourne, 77 to 75. An exciting third quarter. And back to the centre again.
6 goals to 1 in North's favour in the third quarter. Rains. He is diving in after it, but Cracker got it away towards Gregg. Now a race. Gregg and his former teammate Abernethy. And the veteran wins in Sterling style. Comes back into play. The long way around, but did it well. Phillips too fast for Dempsey there. Call inside from Toomey. In fact, he gives it to Allen, who kicks to half forward. McCann almost. Glendinning the paddle to Demetrio. Ross Smith, fine player. Good shepherd from McCann. Towards Jim Cracker, who's got some space. Not much pressure at all from Collingwood. Towards Dempsey, who's got 3 to beat. Well roved by Brattain. Couldn't quite scoop it up. Collingwood under tremendous pressure. And now can get out of trouble through Allen. Rains.
Jeff Rains. Collingwood centre player, former Richmond star, putting it out towards the player on the centre wing, making position, Ricky Barham. Tony Shaw says, go, Ricky Barham. And then he went to handball it to him, and then he decides to go for a run. You need to kick it quickly. Barham now under pressure from Dugdale into the full forward zone, and Collingwood into attack. Glenn Jennings got it, tries to wind his way out of trouble. Collingwood going in hard, but so is North, even harder at the moment. Law kicks it back to the centre wing, and a great rolling mark taken over here by Abernethy.
Lead from Beers. Good delivery. Might be too far out to score. Poor kick. Woodall. Yes! Good mark. Intelligent positioning there for the one that dropped short. Normally the full forward might be expected to be back for the big kick. And he was in for the one that fell short and stood his ground with plenty of courage. He's unkicked one. Shouldn't miss this. He doesn't. And Collingwood again in front by 8 points. A little bit of breathing space, but there's a long way to go yet.
Woodall certainly takes a big mark in the full forward position. He leads well. He certainly led well earlier in the game and gives Collingwood something to kick to. And certainly a timely goal on that occasion, giving him his second. A tremendous quarter of football. One can only admire the tremendous comeback by North Melbourne when they looked the beaten side, down by 25 points at quarter time and down by 31 points at half time. Almost 25 minutes gone, third quarter. McCann getting it down again to Hodgman. Hodgman down towards the half-forward line. The Collingwood mark taken here by Toomey. And Toomey the chance to put it back over the centre and get Collingwood into attack again. Toomey having his 11th kick for the match.
Williams from the back, the big fist on, was effective play. Beers, well tackled by Greg. Williams tackled high, gets a free kick. Now this will test him. 40 to 45 metres out. He's an awkward kick at the ball, but usually a fairly effective one. No problems. Good kick. Williams' second goal. Collingwood have kicked the last two to break away again and lead by 14 points. Steadied after a crisis. They kicked 2-1 in the final quarter to run out 21-point winners, and the Magpies are in the 5. 3 goals each to McAllister and Woodhall for Collingwood. For North Melbourne, Kim Hodgman kicked 3 goals. Well, Footscray hosted the Swans at the Western Oval, coming off 2 particularly bad losses. The Dogs had been down by Fitzroy on Easter Monday, and then last Saturday had been trounced by Hawthorn at home. The Swans, on the other hand, had chalked up 4 straight wins in a fabulous winning streak, and they were starting to draw a following in Sydney. Well, at half-time, Footscray led the Swans by 17 points, but then the Sydney team came good and kicked 5-5 to 1 point in the third quarter to go to the last change with a 17-point lead of their own. Our action comes from the final term, commentators Drew Morfitt and Doug Hayward.
16 points the difference. The Swans in front, Footscray in attack, Jim Edmund, Steve's Torbett above him, Wallace traps it, breaks away, hooks it, kick is smothered, chance for McPherson again. Left foots it down, underneath it Edwards, recovers very well, left foot snaps his target, he's pushed, he did it! He recovered his balance beautifully. He looked as if he did have to make a left foot snap. He decided to take the chance to play on. He was pushed in the side. He reeled out, recovered his balance beautifully, got right foot to ball and rammed it through just 1 metre out. 11 points the difference.
Down at McKenna. He's kicked to centre half forward. Edmund. Footscray starting this last quarter far better than they played for the entire third quarter. A lead by Edwards. He's got it. Well, Footscray were a shambles in the third quarter and managed only 1 point as the Swans converted a 17-point deficit into a 17-point lead. And now Edwards lining up can make it 4 points the difference. Missed.
Superb lead too by Alan Edwards, showing plenty of pace. Here comes the long kicking Michael Brown. Wants to give it all he's got in the Steve Torbett direction, which he does. Covers a good 70 metres. Tony Danaher behind, should have held it. Nice run in there. Breaking downfield is Scott. Scott into open territory. Jimmy Sewell nearly traps it. Kennedy lost it. Back it went to Sewell quite luckily. Underneath it, Andrew Person, nobody against him, and took it very well. It was an awkward floater, as it turned out. and that was splendid judgment from the big fellow. Out to McKenna. McKenna out wide, underneath it Tony Morwood. Almost took a good one. Browning the safe man. He will thump it very long. Kicks it out to the half flank looking for Evans. Evans pushed his opponent out and Brian Cordy. Recovers well. 2-1 against him. Gets his kick under pressure to Round. And Round went underneath it. Dunn missed what he should have taken. Back it comes nicely to Neil Cordy. Neil Cordy then hooks it back. Evans has got the chance again. Greg Smith. Back it goes to Evans. Evans can have a short one for goal. Left foot hooks it too far. Neil Cordy, Brown. And it's Brady eventually who takes it. Neil Cordy's disputing it. And Brady plays on. The umpire says come back. Come back and take your kick. And it's 67 points to Footscray. 76 to the Swans. As Brady, who's kicked 3 goals, is on a very difficult angle, but only about 12 metres out. His 11th kick and his 9th mark. A wonderful performance by Brady. Left foot snap. Hooked it too far. Bad luck. 10 points the difference.
Gee, you have to be a bit of pushing there. I don't think these umpires will be too popular at the end of the game. Egan, great kick out towards the outer side. A bit of pushing there too. Umpire says play on. Purser gets away with it. Hawkins gets support from McKenna. Down a mile up the ground. Floating hand pass for Wallace. Wallace balks back towards Dunn. McKenna really covering ground. Beasley. Too long for him. At the back, Danaher. Along the ground he goes towards the boundary line and finds it.
10 points the difference, with the Swans in front and Footscray in attack. Beasley and Torbett. Carter runs in, diving after it there. Semmons, badly off direction, out of bounds on the full. The scoreboard still the same, with 10 points the difference, as Tony Danaher tries a short pass. It's dangerous, but he succeeds. Nicely taken by Evans, a long way up the ground. Steve McPherson and he doing a ballet. 15-metre penalty against McPherson. Short one there by Evans, always dangerous. Hounsell in trouble. Cruz with it. He lost it. Hounsell loses it again. They're crawling all over them. Umpires, as usual, letting it go. It's become an absolute scramble. Browning dives on it. The umpire's whistle will have to go to bounce it. It's umpire Nolan again.
Holden, 22. Hounsell on the bench. Centre half forward for Footscray. Knock one by Torbett to Roberts. Bouncing through the centre. Kennedy, number 8. Sewell, number 2. Legged. And the free kick goes to Brady from the centre of the ground. Round lopes after it, dropping short of him. He goes to ground. It's a Footscray free kick, and listen to the mob at the Western Oval as Neil Cordy takes it.
Against Chilcott. And there's not the slightest doubt the free was there. Out wide to McKenna, and a busy player. McKenna centre wing position. Looks for Beasley. Beasley a good effort, but couldn't hold it. Oh, Carter shepherds very strongly. Down went Edmund, it's over the line, out of bounds.
Swans lead by 10 points. Another nail-biter for the Sydney team. They'd be pretty used to it by now. Torbett wins. McKenna again burrows in for it. McPherson. Holden legged. Free kick against Royal. Craig Holden. Down the boundary line to the wing. Egan. Support from Sewell, taking it defensively. Eventually finds Kennedy. Oh, hurried kick going nowhere. Purser luckily there. At the front, McKenna. Getting better as the game goes. Brilliant, McKenna. Finds a nest of Footscray players. They need to kick long eventually. In trouble is Cordy. Now Neil Cordy. Gee, they're fiddling and fooling. And it's a shocking kick straight to the chest of Torbett.
As Beasley is taken off the ground. Torbett on back flank, sends it downfield. Purser in front, good strong one. Against Scott. Purser long, looking for Edwards. Edwards pushes, takes it. Well, Beasley's off the ground. Started off brilliantly in the first term, then completely frustrated by the nullifying tactics of Carter. And Alan Edwards has kicked one. Kicks for goal from about 35 to 40 metres out and puts it through. 4 points the difference. Was it? Yes, 4 points the difference. Edwards' second goal. And it's the Swans 11-11 and Footscray 10-13.
David Rees-Jones about to come back onto the ground as Chilcott goes off. Both coaches swinging the changes. Swans by 4 points. Edwards has kicked both of Footscray's goals in this last quarter. McKenna again. Bouncing ball. Simmons ran straight past it, and it'll go out of bounds in the forward pocket. Alan Edwards kicked 6 goals last week when Footscray were beaten by Hawthorn. Now at full forward, 2 goals in the last quarter. He could just about win the game for them.
Yes, I think he got 4 in the last quarter last week too. Over the back from Talbot. Simmons punches it down. Cruz had a quiet match, can't pick it up. The boundary line and crawling after was Simmons once again and diving at it. It'll be thrown in. 3 points the difference. Footscray in it. 4 points the difference. Footscray in attack.
Williams goes up in ruck. McLean caught by Cruz. Hildren. That'll be a ball up in the forward pocket. Williams gets clear to the goal square. Edwards is there. Punches down to the front. Simmons. Back he goes to Royal, but taken away by Danaher.
Did it well, but then lost it straight to Williams, and that was unlucky. He was tackled. The tackle was good, was Danaher, but his kick flew off the side of the boot and it went like a bullet straight to Ian Williams. And with Footscray trailing by 4 points, Williams from about 35 metres out, angle about 40 degrees, has a chance to put the Bulldogs in front. Here's Ian Williams, beautiful kick. Hit the post. Well, it must have been a longer kick than it looked. It was foreshortened in our view, and that was 45 metres, hit the top of the post. Bad luck to Ian Williams and Footscray.
Browning kicking in. That's not one of his best. Awkward one for Ackley. Taps down. An interception comes. Purser, the big ruckman, off the ground. Back to Burton. Thumps a long one to the goal square. Edwards is there, outnumbered 3-1. No. Royal a snap. And it hits the behind post. It'll be a throw-in.
Well, Royal's been a very busy player. That's about his 25th possession. And it's played as a point. Just got through. Here's Browning once again. This is a good long one. Behind the pack and out it goes, and downfield it goes to Brady. He kicks it long towards the half-forward flank. Oh, great mark. A beautiful tumbling mark by Brian Cordy.
Switches play across the ground to Burton. At centre half back. Going with the hand pass to Hawkins. No gain in territory. They need a kick. Dunn will up the ground. Oh, not too good with the left hand. McPherson, he's got more players clear now. Edmund, that's about 6 or 7 hand passes in a row. Unstuck to McKenna, and he kicks off the side of the boot. Out of bounds on the foot.
Well, I went nearly the length of the ground with hand passing then, and a very poor left footer under pressure, out of bounds. Tony Danaher again, and a good long lead by Ian Roberts. He's got the paddock to run for now. He'll be pursued down there by Williams. Oh, he's mucked it. He's still got the chance. He's held by the leg, but it was out of bounds, I think.
Now free kick to the Footscray.
Free kick to Williams. Well, that was an opportunity lost. He's over.
13 minutes gone in the last quarter, and the Swans lead by 2 points. Williams from the wing to centre half forward. Purser's there. Oh, he's got it, I think. No, play on, says the umpire, and now a ball up.
75 points Footscray, 77 the Swans. And Footscray are in attack, and Purser's helping them to it. Williams lost it. Evans gets his kick smothered. And it's an untidy pack once again. It'll be bounce. Hounslow comes on. Another bounce.
Ball up at centre half forward. Footscray in attack. Torbett wins. Comes to McKenna. He's probably had about 10 kicks in this quarter, McKenna. The forward pocket. At the front. Kick for goal by Semmons. Mark here. Oh, should have been to McPherson. Through goes Royal. Oh, nobody at home in the goal square and saved on the last line.
And straight to Burton. That was 7 kicks that he had in that quarter. It was McKenna, was it?
Yeah.
McKenna. And here's Burton, who's a very long kick of the ball. And this is a very similar position, a little bit further out than when Williams hit the post with a magnificent effort. Burton high, long, and just off direction through for yet another point. And there's 1 point the difference with the Swans in front. And there's 14 minutes gone in the final term.
Danaher kicks into Carroll. Well, let's hope the last 15 minutes of the game, while it's close, will produce the best football. It's been a shocker so far. Kennedy tries to burst through. Ball held to him. The umpire will ball it up. Swans lead 77 to 76 at the 15-minute mark in the last term.
Purser getting yet another lockdown. Fighting for it is McLean. Out it comes to Evans. Caught, round the neck, wants to take on Kennedy. Kennedy's often in the rough stuff, and then with the strength of him as he throws Evans to the ground.
Footscray free.
And it goes to Wallace. He kicks straight to Williams, over Williams' head. Rhys Jones, caught, breaks away, got lots of time. Gets his hand put out, look out Carter. Carter dodges well. Carter kicks out wide, indirect football. An opportunity there for Hawke. Hawke is swamped. Down goes Egan. I thought there could have been a free. Over the line goes Ackley. Back pocket against back pocket. And it's a free kick, and it will go to Ackley.
It was legged by Egan. Short pass inboard to Holden, but the umpire's going to make him go back. A long hold up here. Time ticking away. Swans lead by a point. Ackley's kick to half forward. Brady is there. Nudged under it. Free kick to Brady. He's done well.
He has done well against Purser. Brady's done very, very well. 14th kick. Craig Brady. Brady high downfield. Purser's underneath it once again. Good mark. Very, very well judged mark, and his hand pass goes out wide. Look out from Cordy. Down to Brian Cordy. In front there's a great pick up by Cruz. Tries to run past Dunn and caught. Back it goes towards the flank to Hounsell. Was it Holden? Holden it was. Once again Purser.
Four kicks this quarter to Purser. Across the ground to Neil Cordy. Up to the wing to McPherson with Browning. Two Swans there to go against McPherson, but he beats them. He's not out of it yet. Cornered by Morwood. Nobody giving him a lead, and so he's intercepted by Brady. High kick by Brady. Round is there with Dunn. Round! Mark paid to Barry Round. He took those two sensational marks in the space of a minute last Sunday to help win the game. Gets it to Browning. They corner him back onto the right boot. The kick is offline and bounces out of bounds.
Still 1 point the difference. With the Swans in front, the Swans in attack. Dunn and Round. Goes Footscray's way. Nicely picked up by Ackley. Ackley's kick is a bad... Oh, it falls in front. It's badly missed. Missed there by Hounsell. He crawls after it. Picked up by Brian Cordy. Back towards the centre wing position. Rhys Jones in front of Hawkins. Here's some skill. And they eventually take it over the line out of bounds. Rhys Jones looking for a free kick. but it's not to be awarded.
Many times it seems to me, just in the last few minutes, the Swans have had more players in each situation than Footscray. They seem to be crossing lines and doubling up more. Hawkins, ridden into the ground by Hawke, will take a free kick in between half-back flank and centre wing. As long as he can. No mark to Carter. Umpire paid it. It's not surprising that we disagree.
Yep, been hard to agree with the umpires much today. This is umpire Robinson this time, but it's really been umpire Nolan who's certainly received most of my criticism. Carter kicks it down towards centre half forward. Punched down by Zool. Ugly untidy pack, and it's Neil Cordy straight to Holden. Holden then kicks it out to the flank, looking there for Hawke. Hawke is in front of his opponent. Did it well. Look out for Sewell. Out to Frangalis. Frangalis turns and twists and 3-1 against him. Hawkins did it and lost it. Picked up by Neil Cordy. Neil Cordy a long one out towards the flank. Semmons cleverly crossed to Wallace. Wallace centre wing position. Sends it long downfield, looking there for Edwards. Edwards from behind. Punched away nicely there by Carroll. Out towards McLean. McLean then hooks it back again in the Edwards direction. Over the back it goes. Browning is there and takes it over the line out of bounds, but Footscray are in attack and trailing by 1 point.
Well, the desperation of the situation hasn't improved the football. 1 point the difference. Footscray trailing, but in attack. Williams, pulled to the ground. Kick out of bounds by Holden. No, still in play. Semmons on all fours, but the ball is out. Free kick against Semmons for holding it.
Yes, and he disagrees with the umpire vehemently, but that doesn't help. Tony Maude's had one of the quietest days. Went for the mark, couldn't hold it, punched away from him, and it'll be thrown. Talbot been a lot quieter in the last half, and mostly it's been taken away from him by Purser. Nicely done by Neil Cordy again. Here's a chance. No, it's not. It's lost. Cruz gets it out wide. Straight to Footscray. Royal it was. Underneath it. It's through. It's through. What an extraordinary goal. There's Browning and Danaher ever so close and just eluding them. And Footscray have taken the lead. 11-16 to 11-11.
Footscray have wrested the lead back off the Swans for the first time since the middle of the third quarter. Hawkins a long kick up to the forward line. Williams is there, comes off hands. Edmund Rhodes bounces around, getting within scoring distance. It's coming back, but not enough. Out of bounds on the full.
Well, there was a wasted opportunity when Jim Edmonds really should have done everything in his power to centre that, instead of wasting an opportunity and giving a free kick to Danaher. Full forward Simon Beasley off the ground, Danaher downfield, Round has come onto the ball to do battle with Purser. Past Edmund and go before he can reach it, and it's out of bounds again. Jim Edmund goes tumbling into the fence as he slips. And Footscray still in attack.
Round on the ball, help further afield, or actually you're gone. Play on, says the umpire. Rhys Jones almost caught. Holden's kick out of bounds. And Kennedy should take the free kick. He was the closest.
He does, and kicks it short, kicks it well. McLean done some clever things. He spent a fair bit of time on interchange. The umpire says, no, it was not your free kick, was it, Kennedy? It's to be taken by Chris Burton. Went out of bounds much earlier than reading him. Burton is a long kick. Kicks it long. Round is there, Edwards is too. Big punch was by Danaher actually. And it's out of bounds, but it's all saving time for Footscray. They're leading by 5 points.
23 minutes gone in the last quarter. Only the score's making it exciting. Browning just gets clear, kicks across the face of goals. Bit of danger here. Hawkins' chance, but that beats them out of play. The Swans can't get out of this tight spot. Williams doing the ruck battle with Round. Williams falls on it, and a ball up.
Just approaching or just in time on period. There's 5 points of difference. The Footscray in front, Purser battling valiantly. Down to the centre of the ground, a nice pick-up and a good mark taken there by Frangalis. His kick is an ugly one, just high in there, doesn't go much. Tony Moore's the leaper, punched away from him. Out to the flank, well played Hawke. 2-1 against him, but recovers possession, gets a short one. Neil Cordy gathers it in. Cordy right on the boundary line, tries a short one to Wallace and does it brilliantly. Wallace dodges and balks to opponents and kicks it perfectly to Royal. Royal's been a brilliant player. Back it goes towards the half-forward flank. Picked up there and driven downfield by Sewell and touched. Jim Sewell coming right down the ground, and that's a goal, the difference.
Danaher into time on last quarter. Footscray by 6 points. Oh, excellent mark by Round. 50-metre penalty. Doesn't use it, gets it to Carroll, to centre wing. Morwood's there, using his body, but interfering. Free kick Footscray's way to Kennedy.
Kennedy hasn't got much to kick to. He kicks it wide, looking for captain Jim Edmund. Jim Edmund almost takes it. McLean's with it, a great hand pass. Williams has got the chance. Dodges, beats two, beats a third, turns onto his left foot, hooks it back. In front is Rhys Jones, gets a very unlucky bounce. He's ridden into the ground by McPherson and will take a free kick.
Swans came from behind in the last quarter to beat Fitzroy and Sydney last week. And of course, the week before beat Collingwood by a kick. Can they get up today? Don't know whether they played well enough, but anyway, there's only a kick in it. Centre wing, Neil Cordy in front. No mark, but he keeps it in front of him and has a break on them. Simmons unmarked. Oh, he couldn't quite take it, and Rhys Jones takes it away from him. From half-back flank, short pass to Carter.
Carter. Forced to play wide by fooling around and loses a glorious opportunity. If ever there's a time to direct football, now is the time he kicks it wide and kicks it out of bounds.
Hawkins breaks clear of the pack. Footscray into attack again. Short pass for Edmund. He's got it. Oh, he wanted to play on and almost ran out of room. Time ticking away for the Swans now. About 27 minutes gone. Whistle's gone. Player down behind play. It's a Footscray player, a Footscray free kick. And Williams within kicking distance and a far better angle than Edmund was. I missed the incident, I was watching Edmund. But Williams could seal the game if he kicks this goal.
The thing I can say, Drew, is obviously against Carter. Not obviously, but I think against Carter. Again, Williams has had one lovely long kick and hit the post earlier in the quarter. Kicks it right to the teeth of goal. Touch through, and that's a very important point. 7 points the difference.
Hasn't been much scoring in this last quarter, so there won't be too much time on. Swan straight up the ground. Oh, great mark. Jim Sewell. On the white line of the centre square. Longest ground in the league. He couldn't kick a goal from there. You could in Sydney, but not here. Unmarked is Brian Royal, who has been a sensational player for Footscray all day. And he's coming up now for his 27th kick, Brian Royal. And it was his goal earlier in the quarter which gave Footscray this break. If he can kick another one, Footscray can just about thank Brian Royal and only a few others. Been a great performance by him. He hasn't kicked the goal. In fact, he's kicked it out of bounds.
Didn't kick much worse than that one, but it has been a splendid performance by this chunky little rover from Gippsland League. Browning kicks it long. Purser and Round wonderful judgment.
So in a low-scoring final quarter, the Scraggers turned the game around again to snatch the points. They kicked 3 goals 7 in that final term to the Swans 1 point to win by 7 points. 3 goals to Royal of Footscray and 3 goals to Brady of the Swans. The other 4 matches produced 2 of the big upsets of the season so far. St Kilda went agonisingly close to grabbing their first win of the season, and Fitzroy's bad run continued. That was at the Junction Oval against Essendon, a replay of last year's first semi-final. It was tight for 3 quarters, with only a kick in it at each of the first 2 changes, and the Bombers were in front by 7 points going into the final term. But Essendon then kicked 8 goals 4 to Fitzroy's 1-2 to race away to a 51-point victory. Paul Salmon kicked another 8 goals, and Michael Conlon kicked 5 for Fitzroy. The big upset of the round was at VFL Park, where Richmond defeated previously unbeaten Hawthorn. The Hawks were 15 points in front at half-time, but then Richmond kicked 6 goals to 2 in the third quarter and another 6 to 2 in the last to win by 39 points. Brian Taylor kicked 8 goals for the Tigers and Lee Matthews 3 for the Hawks. St Kilda got to within 14 points of Carlton. The Blues had been 34 points in front at three-quarter time, but the Saints kicked 5 goals to 2 in the last quarter to draw close, but not close enough. Warren Ralph kicked 6 goals for the Blues and Max Crowe kicked 3 for the Saints. And Melbourne scored its first win of the season. In the other major upset, the Demons raced away in the first quarter with 9 goals to 2, and in fact led by 11 goals at half-time, 78 points at three-quarter time, before the Cats restored some respect in the final term, in which they kicked 4 goals to 2. For Melbourne, Fidge kicked 4 goals, and for the Cats, Bright and Jackson each kicked 3. Essendon has taken over as ladder leader on percentage from Hawthorn. Each of those teams has 5 wins and a loss. Carlton, Geelong and Collingwood with 4 wins are in the 5 on percentage from the Swans, who have slipped out. They've slipped from 4th to 6th. Richmond and Footscray just a game out and some percentage. North Melbourne 2 games astern of those teams just in the 5. Then Melbourne breaking through jumps ahead of Fitzroy, with St Kilda still winless at the bottom. Paul Salmon is racing away at the head of the goal-kicking table, another 8 for 39. Tony Lockett, held to 2, has been collared by Mark Jackson, who kicked 3. Warren Ralph with 6 moves up to 4th position on 28. Simon Beasley, another bad day, kicked just 1. Michael Conlon, another 5, up there with 24. Taylor 8 to really get cracking, and Quinlan just 2 goals for a tally of 20. Next week, round 7, 5 matches in Melbourne on Saturday and 1 on Sunday in Sydney. North Melbourne and St Kilda at VFL Park. Essendon at home to Footscray. Geelong at home to Collingwood. Hawthorn to Fitzroy, and both of those teams looking for a win. Melbourne versus Carlton at the MCG, and then on the Sunday, the Sydney Swans against Richmond up in Sydney, and that looks like the match of the round. Hope you've enjoyed the action this morning. More football coming up later in the day. Drew Morfitt will be along with the winners at 5 o'clock. I hope you'll join him then, and have a pleasant day.
Simon Beasley did not score a goal yesterday. The picture tells the story.
It's a mark to Sewell.
Well, they've got Sewell playing on.
It's a goal!
Goal!
Well, what a sensational start now for
So a
Evans.
goal to Simon Beasley. Bernie Evans on the move with a long shot. The ball bounces back. Or did it?
Oh, bounce back. I thought it went over the line. Let's see how it's a goal. Barry Round might have kicked.
Now you can have your own. What's your decision?
A
great mark.
He's playing that side, so that was a mark.
But he's lost the football.
His eyes on the ball. I would not. That's a bad decision by the umpire. Well, he got his hand to it.
A close last
There's a
quarter.
chance now for Royal to have a snap
Royal,
at goal,
it hits the
and
behind
the
post,
point
so-
will be a throw-in. So it's still the difference at the moment is only 3 points in
It's a
favour.
behind, Lou.
They hit the post.
Oh, he gave it a behind.
Well, I thought it hit the point. I'd hit the point post for sure.
I saw it hit the point post, otherwise.
Well, that's the
my eyes
difference.
deceive me.
The difference now is only 2 points.
Down
Sometimes
over
it's a little mystifying, isn't it?
Straight to Royal.
Carroll to Royal.
What a foolish hand pass. By Chilcott. In fact,
Chilcott.
the rugby league pass. That one, it was a real throw.
But again, Royal.
In towards the goals. Any score.
And it was indeed a right Royal performance by the Dogs. Fitzroy and Essendon, and Mickey Conlon draws first blood with a good snap.
The danger man, Conlon, shoots, and he goes. And loose play now.
Look,
The lines at times looked very loose.
Getting no closer to goal.
Elshaw to Watson.
Run straight at Watson there. Too slow to run. Kick up
Scott this time roves off the pack.
Got a mile. Scott can shoot, and he goes. Top of goal coming up.
Elshaw long into Salmon, and the big fella just swings into goal.
Around and puts it through. It's out of trouble. Up towards.
Down towards Salmon once again, and it's Bahagia. Sockers it off the ground, straight through the middle.
It's not played. The goal is put down towards Tony Bahagia.
In the last quarter, the Bombers blasted the lines. Here's Watson onto Ezard.
Goes screaming forward. 3 bounces to Watson. Goes short beautifully to Ezard, who can steady. Shoot towards goal, and there's football. That's what it's all about.
Now, there's no business like show business. The Bluebirds and the Robert Muir Show. Well, let's jump aboard the Demon bandwagon and go straight to their skipper, Robbie Flower. The champ was at his best yesterday against the Cats at the MCG. Templeton down to Dale Dixon, and a good snap. Nicky Turner was one who tried his heart out. Here's a very good goal and a great individual effort. Collingwood bounced back into the 5. Dacos, a great mark. Morwood cuts off one and in turn is able to goal for the Pies. This time Morwood combines with Dacos. Hawthorn Richmond. Jess over the top, and the Tigers have turned man-eaters. On the Wall, in turn to Roach.
And a good mark taken in the front there by Roach.
Now have a look where Michael Roach is kicking this football from.
Now, so it's a long kick at VFL Park.
Well, he'll be a real team lifter. He's going the torpedo punt if he can
Oh,
kick this one.
oh, look
It's
at
a
it go.
magnificent kick. A beautiful kick by Michael Roach. And in
The
Egan,
Tigers are really on
he's
fire. Here's another long
Eagles a
snap from
mile
Phil
away.
Egan.
Kicks high at the goals. It's swinging back. This is close, and it is a goal.
Goes into
Morris
Ward
Rioli
Taylor.
a little
He's
closer
chance
to
for
goal.
Rioli to the goal, and he puts it through.
But this was the segment that wrapped it up for the Tigers. 6 goals in 15 minutes from BT, Brian Taylor.
Oh, the up goes across.
Oh, he goes toward Taylor again.
Kicking
And
for
Taylor
goal
takes
or
the
marking.
mark.
Taylor was supreme.
Egan again.
Egan.
Left-footed now. It is. He's
Great
on his
play
left
here
foot.
to Taylor.
He kicks into the full forward zone. Tucks there, but he can't spoil Taylor. And Taylor takes the mark right on the end of the square.
He kicked them from everywhere yesterday, and he marked equally as well.
He's marked again, Brian Taylor. A little bit further in front of
This
the goal,
one from the boundary line.
unless he kicks it real hard, keeps it on line. He pops it up. And he pops it through. Goes
And
to
even
Ward
if he did
Taylor.
give a little nudge every now and again,
Taylor pushed him in the back. The umpire calls play on. Taylor
the
goes
day
to
belonged to
goal.
Brian Taylor.
And he's got another one.
And that was goal number 8.
Brian Taylor, the star of the Richmond team.
Some great highlights yesterday from our 6 matches, and the winner of our Mazda Football Highlights $500 award this week, none other than Richmond full forward Brian Taylor, as we see capping off 8 goals yesterday in a fine individual. Mickey Conlon of Fitzroy, this was against the Swans.
What a goal! It's not far enough off the top of the
Now
pack.
Bernie
Picked up
Quinlan.
by Quinlan again, a left foot snap. And that's a beautiful goal by Quinlan. What a goal!
For the Swans, number 15, Bernie Evans.
Successful in so doing. Coleman giving chase. He won't catch him. Good play by Evans, who steadies. A long shot at goal. They need one here, the Swans. Rhys Jones does the shepherding, and it's through.
But the loose man in Egan.
Now to yesterday's action. Philip Egan of Richmond.
Egan kicks high at the goals. It's swinging back. This is close, and it is a goal. See Russell Green.
Ken Judge of Hawthorn.
This is danger. Judge into the open goal. He fires, and that is a magnificent goal. Through Matthew Wall.
Philip Egan again.
Hand pass to Egan. Egan onto the left foot, fires at the goals, and no time he's kicked it. He has. Attempt by
Hawthorn's Russell Green.
Russell Green picks up, snaps it back, and I think he might have kicked it. That's a tremendous goal.
For the Tigers, Maurice Rioli.
On the roof of VFL Park, picked up by Rioli. He drives up, kicks toward goal, and he's kicked another one for Richmond.
His teammate, Michael Roach. You can see the distance, a long way out.
Well, he'll be a real team lifter. He's going the torpedo punt if he can kick this one. Oh, it's a magnificent kick. A beautiful kick by Michael Roach.
For the Swans yesterday, Craig Braddy,
Ball back into play.
number
again.
12.
Braddy grabs that one, has a snap at goal. Not a bad sort of a kick either. I think it might be a goal. It is a goal.
Now Mark Browning, a beautiful disposer of the football.
Steady, shoots, the Swans centre man, a long shot at goal is a boomer, and it's through. The rugby league pass.
Brian Royal this time.
Royal.
For Footscray.
Goals, any score would be useful for Footscray. I think he's put it through for a goal. He has.
Players as Wood
Michael Conlon.
pounces upon him. The danger man, Conlon, shoots, and he goes. Forward.
Had a good start to the game, Conlon, with 2 early goals. Now he's in the action again.
Quite take the mark. Now he swings onto the left foot. A long kick from Conlon. Full points. Salmon in the
For
front
Essendon,
position.
Mark
Over the top
Thompson.
of him, but well taken
Tucked
by
on the
Thompson.
boundary line.
Thompson snap it goal. It's a beautiful goal by Thompson.
To Collingwood now, Mark Williams. Persists and snaps truly over his shoulder. His teammate Peter Dacos. Now Shane Morwood. For North Melbourne, Jimmy Cracker. Shrugs one tackle, flicks it over his shoulder. St Kilda, Robert Mace. For Melbourne, Dale Dixon, a quick snap. An inspirational run here by Geelong's champion Michael Turner. Shrugs 2, 3, then shoots. But it rained goals for Melbourne yesterday. Here's one from newcomer John Fidge. Demon skipper Robert Flower. Mark Jackson kicked 3. Here is one of them. Bob Davis.
Well, I thought the most impressive thing out of the whole amount of the goals that we showed this morning were the ones that had deliberate shots, had beautiful balance when they were going to kick the ball, and the ones that had the snapshots all got their head up, had a quick look, and then were able to position the ball onto their foot to spin it towards the goals. Didn't you think so, Peter?
Well, I thought as far as the balance go, there are 2 goals by the Swans players. I love watching Mark Browning. He's one of those players who got real power in his legs. He balances himself, kicks long. Bernie Evans, that one coming down the ground, I think that was last Sunday, was a tremendous goal. I was quite impressed with Shane Morwood's too from the boundary. He ran round Ross Glendinning there, but no doubt in my mind the best goal of that group was certainly Michael Turner.
What about you, Sam? What do you consider about all those?
Well, the 2 snapshots of Quinlan
and Quinlan early. Quinlan and Conlon
against the Swans, and Thompson of Essendon on the boundary. And I like set shots. That's a beautiful torpedo kick by Michael Roach. But Michael Turner would certainly get my vote, because he not only was it a great run, but he kicked it when Geelong desperately needed a goal.
Yes, it was an inspirational goal, and Michael Turner, of course, naturally is a right-footed kick. But, of course, for consideration, Michael Turner, and we'll see his goal, he gets into the position now that his goal will be considered for the goal of the year, which will entitle him to $5,000 from the Midas people. And here's Michael coming down, as you can see him here, bounding around. And when you consider, as I said, that he is a natural right-footed kick, but he pops this one onto his left foot, it goes straight to the goal, and it was really an inspirational goal.
Mark of the day.
And at the end of season 84, a sensational Nissan Bluebird TRX. Only if you're ready for the World of Sport Mark of the Year.
Right, first up, Swans and Fitzroy. Tony Moore.
And he's got it. Good grab. Up towards
Now
the
Gary Pert.
Oh, there's a great mark to Pert. He's going with the ball now with Pert.
Barry Round.
Oh, he's got it. Oh, what a mark to Barry Round.
Kick.
Gary Frangalis.
Frangalis. Oh, what a grab.
To this week, Jimmy Jess.
Big pack will form. Jess over the top, a great mark. Toward him is about
Brian
30 metres
Taylor.
out the goal, into the back of Moore.
Taylor and O'Halloran.
Brian Taylor.
Kick it too.
Graham Landy.
And a tremendous diving mark.
Jimmy Jess.
He buys Jimmy Jess.
Swans
To
going
Footscray
long
now,
game, but
Andrew
that could be
Purser.
Successful. Almost a mark. In fact, the umpire has played it.
His teammate Alan Edwards.
Look for Edwards. And he marks. For a long kick up towards
Simon Beasley. His teammate Neil Cordy in front of the pack.
About 55 metres.
Barry Round.
Is Rhys Jones, but it's Round.
It's a half-forward area.
Paul Roos.
Roos takes a lovely mark. The junction
For Essendon, Simon Madden.
Up towards
Fitzroy, Gary Pert.
Oh, great mark by Gary Pert.
His teammate Gary Wilson.
Kicks the ball off the ground and a great mark there. Usual has had a fine game.
Paul Salmon.
In the front position, 2 grabs at it.
Shane Morwood now of Collingwood. Big fly from behind. His teammate Peter Dacos. A great one-hander. In fact, pulled it down with one and took it with the other. There's Dale Woodhall. Now Mark McClure of Carlton. Peter Moore of Melbourne. And completing the marks, David Cordner, also of Melbourne. Louis?
Well, there were some great marks there, Sandy, and of course for a man that couldn't jump over the white line. What about your opinion of those marks, Kevin?
Well, I could jump over the white line. I just couldn't jump high enough.
Well, that's fair enough. I'll go along with that, Hungry. Go for your life,
Well,
Kev.
I like Jimmy Jess, of course, because it was a great mark when he came right over the top there, and a typical Jimmy Jess mark. I thought that Ruse of Fitzroy was an excellent one too, but with Jimmy Jess, I thought Gary Pert of Fitzroy, I thought that was a magnificent mark.
Now, Jack, I know you're going to go for a tiger. What's the best tiger mark?
Just the second mark, no doubt about that one at all. A beautiful mark.
Yeah.
Clean as a whistle. Most there was no fumbles, no nothing, just up there and grab.
One bite of the cherry, Jack?
And for acrobatic marks, I would say Pert.
For what?
Acrobatic.
Acrobatic.
Yeah, acrobatic.
Well, whatever it is, he took it, Gary Pert, and of course he wins the $100 from Nissan. A great mark from Gary Pert. There he is in action. That's his first mark, of course. A beautiful mark. He's had a great season.
Now let's take a trip down memory lane for some Demon fans. Here is David Cordner.